Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Rebecca and I'm the China Product Manager here at Wendy Wu Tours, and I'm really excited to introduce you to two of our brand new rail tours to China. You can whiz from city to city in sleek and sophisticated comfort, reaching the far corners of this vast country with the chance to take in a huge variety of landscapes as they pass by from the comfort of your window, things you simply couldn't see traveling by air. And of course, it wouldn't be China unless there were a few world-breaking records. China's high-speed rail system alone spans 35,000 kilometers, surpassing the combined length of all other countries' high-speed rail networks. Additionally, and despite much doubt, China also built the world's highest plateau railway from Jining to Lhasa that took 50 years to build and reaches over 5,000 meters in elevation, a true miracle of engineering. Now I want to introduce you to our newest rail tour, the Tibetan Railroad. This tour takes you a little further off the beaten track, so is perfect for those that are extra adventurous. It's 17 days long and features a trip on the world's highest railway, the Qinghai-Tibet Railway, and is a once-in-a-lifetime expedition right through the heart of Tibet's gigantic landscapes. There is a maximum group size of 18 on this tour, and we've given it a physical rating of 4, which is mainly due to the altitude, but I'll explain a bit more about that in a moment. Our Tibetan Railroad tour begins at the starting point of the historic Silk Road in Xi'an. Here we'll explore the famous sites I mentioned earlier, the terracotta warriors, the ancient city wall, and enjoy a Tang Dynasty dancing show. We'll then board the bullet train to take us to the gateway of the Tibetan region in Jining, where we'll visit the sacred Kumbh Monastery and also start adjusting to the altitude. From here, we'll board the train to Lhasa on the Qinghai-Tibet Railway, the highest in the world, and one of the most iconic passenger trains as it passes through the most incredible scenery you simply couldn't see on your own. Your journey across the roof of the world takes 21 amazing hours, so you'll be spending the night on this train in a sleeper cabin. There are Western-style toilets on board and food can be purchased in the dining carriage, and your guide will also arrange time before boarding to go get extra snacks. Carriages are air-conditioned, and as the train climbs higher, oxygen is pumped into them to keep the effects of altitude at bay. There are also additional oxygen outlets available for any passengers feeling the effects of the altitude and need the extra supply. There's also medical staff on board the train, and your national escort is there to help you every step of the way. But as I mentioned before, this is one of the most iconic rail journeys in the world and is a real bucket list experience. As you travel across the Tibetan plateau, you'll pass snow-capped mountains, desert, grassland, herds of yak, huge lakes, permafrost. It really is one of the most adventurous journeys out there and a real centerpiece to this fantastic tour. So after your night on the famous Qinghai Tibet Railway, we arrive in Lhasa. This is the historic and spiritual heart of Buddhism in Tibet and is full of culturally significant sites. Wander through the Barkor district to see the traditionally dressed locals, step inside the Jokang Temple, Tibet's sacred center of Buddhism, and visit the Sera Monastery to witness the debating monks. And of course, you'll also visit the iconic Palace of Potala, the largest monastery in the world, which perches atop the Red Mountain. Our second bullet train journey takes us 2 hours from Lhasa across Tibet's stark plains to Shigatse. Here we'll explore the interesting local markets and more of Tibet's monasteries, one of which was founded by the first Dalai Lama in 1447. Next, we have another bucket list moment for you. As if the train wasn't enough, we're going to head to Mount Everest on the Tibetan side. We travel through some of the world's most incredible scenery to Rongbuk, with the mighty Himalayas dominating the skyline as we go. We'll visit the Rongbuk Monastery, which you'll see draped in colourful prayer flags, and spend the night at Everest Base Camp before waking up early to watch the sunrise over Everest, Earth's highest mountain, with a short walk and a sight that will stay with you forever. The last few days of the tour is spent exploring Yangtze, where we'll visit more atmospheric monasteries and even a traditional kitchen to taste some local snacks, and Sedang, nicknamed the cradle of Tibetan civilization, where you'll visit the ancient palace there, said to be the palace of the first Tibetan king. The tour ends in Chengdu, where you'll enjoy a final farewell meal with the group before heading home. So, as you can see, the Tibetan Railroad offers a real adventure through this spectacular part of the world. If you want to see the itinerary in even more detail, you can download the tour dossier from the tour page on our website to see an exact day-by-day breakdown of what is included in this tour. Thank you. It's been a pleasure speaking to you today, and we hope to see you on our next rail tours very soon.